Back at the beach, game 2 of our doubleheader today in the PLL. It's a homecoming weekend for the California Redwoods. That's why you see that beach right there. It's sunny. San Diego, Carolina Chaos are in town here at Torero Stadium to take on the Woods. And you can see our standings right now. Earlier in the day, Cannon's got the win. They clinched the playoff spot. This is a game that is a little bit different. Both of these teams needing a win to stay in the playoffs, essentially, especially the Redwoods coming in at 1-4 on the season. Alongside Ryan Boyle, Quint Kessenich, I'm Chris Cotter. We're going to talk about Blaze here in a little bit. But first of all, you think about this team, and I mentioned it in the standings, Q. I mean, this is a really big game for both these two teams, even with 3 weeks left to go in the year.
It is. You're Carolina, you're 3-3. You don't want to lose to a team like the Redwoods. And if you're the Redwoods, you've backed yourself in a corner where how many more losses can you take? So this game is, I think it's critical for both teams.
And Nat St. Laurent, the head coach of the Redwoods, got to thank him for putting me in a position of being absolutely abused yesterday in practice. I was facing off against T.D. Erlin.
How'd that go?
I was like 0 for a million.
What'd you learn?
And it wasn't even close. I learned that as fast as these face-off men look on television and when you're watching them in the stands, when you're right up close, the ball disappears. You think it's right underneath your stick, and then it's gone, and he's gone. And I was like, which way did he go? Which way did who go? We're off and running here in game 2 of 4. Face-off won by Nick Rowlett over T.D. Erlin. And now we get a chance to see Chaos. 3-3 on the year. It's a pivotal game, as Q was talking about in the open. You could go either direction for them. Shot clock at 12. Shot wide of the mark.
Give you the Redwoods. Use the energy of this crowd to get off to a good start, okay? This is a nice scene here.
And get them engaged early,
It's a nice scene. You got people wearing green and gold.
Minikis tried to get to the cage with just 1 to shoot. He's not going to get there. Shot clock violation.
It's a good start.
Jared Connors now for the Woods.
Both of these teams can defend. Okay, that both have defense as a team strength. The total goals for this game is the lowest I've ever seen for a pro game in the PLL. It's around 21.5. I'm telling you, this is going to be a defensive game.
Bertrand, he's their most potent offensive weapon, 41 in green from the midfield. Dennis, if they can get him going, watch out, because he can shoot from distance. Instead, it's a turnover.
And that's one he normally catches and goes right into his release. He elected not to there. You wonder if there's maybe a little confidence issue in play.
Veteran D midfielder group. You saw Geddes with the ball in his stick for Chaos. It's Geddes, Glacini, and Resch. McKay is out for this game, so Glacini getting the start. Here's Minikis, lightning quick, as you saw there, shoots just wide.
Carolina drafted and rebuilt this roster with an eye on Dodgers, guys who could get to the rack, great speed players. One thing you'll see today to them, they're going to spread out their spacing and make double teams harder.
Roscott shoots off the outside of the cage. Still with Chaos. Now it's Maia who got leveled.
You see the speed of this Carolina Chaos in the white uniforms.
And you saw the physicality there of Miezon on that slide.
Yes.
That was your note, spending time with the Redwoods yesterday.
Oh my gosh, you saw a score! There's that quickness, and it's Roscott who buries it for Chaos and gives them a 1-0 lead. This is part of what I talked about with the Redwoods. Seeing them kind of getting their equipment on before practice yesterday, they're massive. They're huge, but are they quick enough, and can they move quick enough to be able to stick with this Chaos team?
And if you want quickness, that's your guy right there, Ross Scott. Electric behind the cage, a little hesitation, and then turns on the jets. And Kelly just gets a little bit off of that near pipe. He's got to be disciplined and hug that pipe.
Ross Scott from Oregon. He's a straight line dodger with blinding speed. He gets north of the goal line extended. He knows he's got one shot, and Kelly just takes his hip and his knee off that inside pipe and pays the price.
Ross Scott, one of those from the Oregon Trail. Lately, it's been a pipeline in the major college lacrosse on the East Coast. And it continues with Ross Scott here in the PLL. Jules Henningberg. Like Scott, also played his college lacrosse at Rutgers. A little bit before Scott's time. Defender falls down. This will be Knobloch on the run. Beautiful save, though, by Kelly.
and you guys called the World Championship. I'm a little curious to see how this turf holds up on the second game, and turf, really natural grass, holds up on the second game of the day.
It'll be the second game today, RB, and then we'll have 2 tomorrow as well on this very same field. Finishing with this Redwoods team. Kirst, she shoots lefty. No problem that time.
You talk about moving Reardon. Ryder Garnes here. We have to move. Well, that's a case where you're not moving him if you're trying to score in isolations.
Newman can shoot. He does. That had to be 100 miles an hour. Kelly makes the save. Now fake. Rare territory. The bouncer for him, to your point at the open queue. These bouncers worked really well in that first game.
Bouncers?
And Chris Fake, who's not used to shooting the ball all that often.
Bouncers are in play. Between games, I went down to the field. I asked Austin Kaut, Carolina backup goalie, about the field. He says, high bouncers are a threat. He says anyone can be a goal scorer today because of that.
Garnsey disappointed with himself as he had a nifty move to get through the defender and wasn't able to put the shot on cage.
With that in mind, if I were a goalie, I'd be playing on maybe a slightly higher arc.
Pinnell looking to get under the defender. Shovel shot, had nothing on it. Picked up by Blaze.
This is where Geddes likes to go.
Look at the speed. Down the alley, gets by the defender, off the pipe.
Zach Geddes, one of the fastest guys in the league. As soon as he got that outlet, with all the substitutions happening, you knew he was just taking off.
Here's Minikis. Maya coming in out of the box. JC! Shot. Saved by Kelly. You know, coming into this game, talking to the Redwoods coaching staff yesterday, Ryan, they talked a lot about how chaos, they like to work that shot clock. They'll work it all the way down. Well, not so far today. They're taking quick shots. We're going back and forth in this game.
Back and forth and not a lot of scoring, so the pace is there. Guys wide open.
This has got to be, oh, Kelly with a great save! That looked automatic from Henningberg, but Kelly robbed him.
Tell you, if you study Jack Kelly, he is known as a guy who goes down and he's a flopper. If you pump low, he's going to lose his base, go down onto a hip, and then you're going to have all sorts of top portion of the net.
4 saves for Kelly early on. Tevlin up top to Garnsey. Gray, he shoots, doesn't get through cleanly.
Yeah, good lift there by Bowen. You could see him working to get underneath that bottom hand by Gray. And that lift disrupted that shot.
Still 20 to shoot. Here's Pinnell. Got free, scores.
Still got it. Still got it. Second half of the season, man, there's Ponce de Leon there. His legs look great. His feet look fast. His speed is there.
He blows by Rowlett here.
Watch this save. Is this a fake high, shoot low?
It's a lean low, shoot low.
Kind of lean low, right? Look low, shoot low.
And Rowlett loves that overhead at goal line extended. Pinnell knows to tuck his stick, take that extra step to glory, and finish.
They come in last in the league in goals allowed, last in the league in offense as well. And a 1-4 record. Rowlett wins the faceoff. He's going to get a shot and just fires it wide. Kaylee, what's going on?
Well, you talked about John Grant, and he means business. He just brought in his offense, and he said, what was the difference in the way Pinnell scored, the way he dodged on Blaze Reardon? Spacing and movement. You have to tire out Reardon. It's not going to be good enough if you're not constantly moving the ball and getting him out of position.
Turnover in the offensive end. Nice outlet by Kelly. Here we go. Fake again on the offensive end.
Good, strong double team there by Cohen, and finishing the play with that strong check while Jackson was on the ground.
Yeah, this Redwoods team, we talked about it early on. They are aptly named. They are massive when you think about guys like Cohen. Jared Connors is a big dude. Chris Fake.
Romar Dennis.
Oh, like football. There's a football team
Ricky
out there playing lacrosse.
Liaison.
Liaison is a football player from Stanford out there. He's huge. Here's Garnsey. Got to get Garnsey going. Tough angle shot. Doesn't let it go. Shot clock winding down inside of 5. Dennis fires! That is what that man does. 99 miles per hour. Get the CHP on that guy. Ponch and John to pull him over at 99 miles an hour.
We've been waiting for it to happen. He's been on a cold streak, but he's that constant threat from deep. And it looks like Chaos just in their rotation. Just a little bit of confusion in terms of their matchups. You can see Bowen trying to get out there, and Dennis ends up using him as a screen. I love Dennis's big high release, using that frame, that 6'5" frame to his advantage.
Romar, growing up on the East Coast, relocating now, lives out here on the West Coast. His dad, former baseball player in the New York Yankees organization. That's his role. I mean, you think about two-point specialists around this league, the landscape of this league, that's his role. He needs to hit those shots, coming in hitting only 11%. Maybe he'll get hot like he did, 2 winters ago in the championship series.
Yeah, and he just needs to keep shooting. He turned down that earlier one. Hopefully that one gives him some confidence, and he keeps letting it fly from deep.
Third goal of the year, all of them 2-point goals. Maia now. Minicus.
Passing and assists, tying together tic-tac-toe type passing, multiple pass goals. They're in short supply for both of these teams today, quite honestly.
But Minicus got to the middle of the field there. He's got to bear down, turn the corner, and go to the goal.
It's a young Carolina offense. They don't have many games together. You got like 4 rookies in their top 6 guys, and I still think they're trying to find that cohesive and that offensive flow.
Yeah, they're in a similar way, and they're in a similar spot in the standings in terms of the Western Conference to Denver. A lot of young players just trying to figure out, do they know who they are yet? Have they figured that out? And Denver's showing some signs, even though they had a rough offensive second half today. And so is Carolina. Can they build some momentum in the second half? Garnsey tried the backhand pass. That's going to be over and back. Just another unforced error.
Yeah, it seems like he's forcing it a bit. His assist numbers are up. He's got 9 assists, but his shooting percentage is down to 16%. His turnovers are up. I just don't think that's right. I don't think he's a primary initiator type player in this league.
Yeah, but he's got a short stick
he's a mover
on him.
off of ball movement, or when he has a shorty with the right matchup.
He's had a short stick 2 straight times, and he hasn't gone aggressively to the goal. He's like waiting for the other team to slide, waiting for Chaos to slide.
Tevlin thought about letting it rip. Instead, he gets it back to Gray on the wing.
I think you got to attack this Chaos team through the midfield. I love their close defense. While Pinnell scored unassisted earlier, I don't think that's the ultimate answer against the Chaos.
Where are they going to get that production? That's the question. This Redwoods midfield, in and out of the lineup, they played a lot of guys.
Tevlin, interesting to have 12 in green now on the offensive end. 2-way guy. Scored some huge goals in his college days at Notre Dame. Saved by Kirst, but with the shot clock winding down, he's just going to dump it.
Tevlin was able to trap Knobloch on defense. That's where you, if you can take it in yourself, great. If not, get involved in a pick game, get him matched up on an attackman. You know, I think Tevlin and Miazon have afford them the opportunity to go 2 ways. You just don't see a lot of it.
Former Redwood, that's Jules Henningberg. A little bit of a renaissance this season with the Chaos, operating from X.
Ooh.
Move by Knobloch to get free and let it rip.
But that's where you got to put the high bouncer with this grass.
That's not his shot, though. It's not his shot.
Here's Maia, Canadian. Plays college lacrosse at High Point with Asher Nolting. Here's Knobloch again. He shoots it wide.
You got to double team Knobloch. He's not proven to be a passer at this level yet, coming into this game with only 1 assist. So when he goes, when you see him,
Maia.
you got to send the double.
Maia usually operates good in traffic, but that was too much traffic. In with all the Redwoods. Ray Nice ground ball. He had a notion to let it rip.
He thought about it.
The Chaos are not wasting any time in this first half.
Ryan, I want to get your opinion on Maia. He was Asher Nolting's Robin, so to speak, Batman. He was an inside player for High Point. Seems like I'm watching these Carolina games, and he's carrying the ball and dodging a ton. I didn't think that was his role. What your thoughts? I was always told he's more than a finisher.
Yeah, that's where I'd like to see him play a little bit more two-man with Josh Byrne.
Good home crowd reaction to Kelly robbing that ball. Tried to get it as the seconds wound down to Pinnell. Couldn't do it. Not a whole lot of scoring in that first quarter, but an entertaining quarter of lacrosse nonetheless. Way too many turnovers, though. Both these teams got to clean up their acts. They want to get a dub by the end of the day. 1 quarter in the books. Physical play.
Defense, defense, defense.
3-1 our score. The home team, California Redwoods, on top as we head to the second quarter. Plenty of folks clad in green and gold cheering on the home team here.
Love those colors. Absolutely love them.
That's a throwback they wore last week. I love that throwback jersey.
Best throwback by far. Now, my high school team was green and gold, the same color scheme,
Yes.
so I'm biased. But everything about the Redwoods gear is first class.
Everything about the offense has not been first class so far this season. Nat St. Laurent struggling along with offensive coordinator Jean Grant to find the answers. At least they put a 3 spot on the board, and a big part of that was that 2-point goal from Romar Dennis to take the lead here into the second. TD got his first win of the game on that face-off.
And he's been one of their bright spots. 63% facing off at the stripe, 3 goals on the season.
He's a battler. He's a competitor. He's going to show up, do his job, bring love and passion to it. They're a true pro, as you saw last night in practice.
Yeah, it just dominated me at the stripe yesterday in practice. Oh! Big hit! That was Patrick Resch, the veteran D-Mini.
What are you thinking, Ryder Garnsey?
The ball's at your feet and you're just standing there. I'm going to level
What are
you.
you thinking? Too much time at the beach, young lad. What are you doing?
I think he had no idea where it was.
He didn't. And it was right at his feet, so Resch said, oh, this is the green light. Especially in today's lacrosse, you don't get that opportunity that often. That shot by Maia just whistles wide.
Too many missed shots. I mean, both teams,
Carolina's
quality
1 for 15.
looks.
1 for 15 so far. Carolina is. 8 different players have taken a shot. Here's Knobloch. He shoots. That one looked like it fooled Kelly, but didn't get by him.
Trailers.
Watch. I was going to say watch for Tevlin, but Gray aggressively takes that.
Garnsey tracks it down. All right, they had a fresh 52 now. Settling in with Pinnell. He's got his defender hung up in Rowlett, so he's looking for a cutter.
Yeah, interesting. Rowlett chose to be hung up. That was his decision.
Dennis. Is he feeling it? Shoots, scores! And a 2-point shot. He is feeling it. Came into the game with just 2 goals on the year. He's matched that total here in the first quarter plus.
And this is on the run. There's not a lot of guys that can score a 2 on the run. We saw O'Neal do it in the first game. It's a short list, and Dennis is on it. But his ability to create separation right off that initial change of speed, change of direction, he gets that consistently pretty much every time he wants it. What I love about this is he wisely runs along the arc. So he could have gone towards the cage, but by staying disciplined and going around the arc, it affords him that 2-bomb.
It's a wicked shot against a lefty goalie to yank that offside hip, and he clearly is a shooter who can catch fire, and that's what you're seeing right now. From cold to instantly hot.
He was the most outstanding player in the championship series, the Sixes tournament 2 years ago. Mostly because of that outside shot, and Blaze says, not this time.
give Romar credit, though. I spoke with him before the game, pre-game, asked him about his dad. He said he's not here watching, but you could just feel the love, the joy, the genuine enthusiasm for being out on the field and playing. And like, yeah, he's going through a shooting slump. You'd never know it by talking to him.
Yeah, it's great. He's shooting his way out of it today. Garnsey, he's got to shoot his way out of it big time. Instead, the pass to Bertrand doesn't go anywhere.
It's just a force. It's a force. You got the short stick matchup.
Ooh, nice.
Geddes with a lot of speed. And he'll pull it out and wait for help.
And you think about for these pros, Cotter, and Ryan, you can maybe shed some light on this. Like, you're a lacrosse player, but that's what you do, but you can't let it impact your success and failure, like who you are, you know what I mean?
And that's what I respect so much about Romar. I mean, he's always got a huge smile on his face, so engaging, so gregarious.
Dobson, the lefty hammer from Notre Dame, shoots with that left, and it's too high.
A lot of that today from Carolina. That's just ISO.
Read. Pick coming.
Jules trying to make something happen behind the cage. Now he's got Arden Cohen hung up. Carolina's going to sub Dobson out. Going to take some time. Minikis can't get that shot through. Miazon blocks it.
That was close. Minikis had either a one more down to the left side or the skip back to the right. He's sneaking right-handed. I like that action.
Well, nowadays, if you get your defender hung up, you don't want to wait.
Matty, that's
so
not your
long.
call anyway, right? That reset's not your call anyway, right?
Got Nat mic'd up today.
Yeah, okay. And of course, my computer froze. Yes, RT.
Bertrand shoots, no problem.
Get
Blazes
back.
all over it.
Yeah, mine froze, so I couldn't even challenge it. So, yep. Thanks.
Maea. Knobloch shoots and scores! That was gas at 104.
What happens here is a sloppy sub by the Redwoods. What's been a pretty buttoned-up defensive effort so far for the guys in green. Finally, Carolina given a seam here from the substitution box.
Yeah, left side of your screen, a huge crow hop. No rotation, high heat. You can see Kelly starting to drift low.
Greatest thing about this league is the games are archived on ESPN Plus. Not uncommon. I flew with Asher Nolting and Coach Holman from BWI out here to San Diego. And those guys, there's tons of game film. Everybody can watch. The great players. You think about a guy like Garrett Epple for the Boston Cannons. Why is his cost turnovers number so high? He's watching a ton of tape and realizing where those windows are to make those plays.
Right off the face-off, possession goes to the Redwoods.
And they initially marked that Knobloch as a 1. They've bumped that up to 2.
Blaze goes down and makes the save. Here's Geddes. Shot. Kelly makes the save.
Stinger.
Tracked down by Geddes. Carolina keeps possession with Ross Scott. Jules over to Byrne. Knobloch to Byrne. Try to wrap it. What's going on with 22 and white? Josh Byrne has been one of the best attackmen in the world over the last 5 or 6 years, and his numbers just aren't very good this year. Hasn't been involved all day today.
Yeah, I think part of that is just the overhaul in terms of personnel. You know, he's lost a lot of the guys that he was comfortable playing with, so new cast of characters. They're trying to evolve a little bit schematically. I think they have gotten away a little bit from that bread and butter two-man game.
That was going nowhere. But now they get it right back.
Blaze wants an interference call. Matty Palin not buying it.
Here's Garnsey. I feel like Garnsey's kind of in the spot Matt Moore was in Boston, where he started the year 0 for 13, and when he finally broke it, the dam just broke. When 50 gets a goal, that might just get him going. It might come in spades. No problem that time for Blaze. Now he tracks it down. This is what he does so well outside the cage for a big man.
And despite his unorthodox style, you saw the discipline as Pennell drove up. He just sat on that near pipe. He just hugged that near pipe and made a calm, easy save.
Got a flag down behind the play. Let's check in with Matty Palem.
2 fouls on the play. 10 for Chaos, 14 for Redwoods. Both have 1 minute. Unsportsmanlike conduct, full-time serve. The shot clock stays the same, possession stays the same. Chaos ball down here.
So Troy Ray for the Chaos and Westberg for the Woods will sit. 1 minute, full-time serve, 5-on-5 lacrosse when we come back to San Diego.
Back, I want to salute some of the old guys. Will Yateman, California native. Rob Emery, California native. Roy Lang, remember Roy Lang at Cornell? California native. Like, for those guys back then to get seen, to get recruited, it was tough. These families have to invest in going east and playing in the tournaments and getting seen. Now things are kind of ramping up, and it's becoming more and more common. There's some great players. My favorite California player in all D1 right now, Ben Ramsey, Notre Dame defensive midi. He'll be playing in this league.
Outstanding player.
He'll be a first-round draft choice.
Notre Dame's had a California pipeline for years.
Pipeline.
Marco Napolitano from California, if I got that right.
Hugh Krantz.
Eddie Glazner.
Stopped by Kelly.
Denver's also done well with the 3 Cs, California, Colorado, and Canada. Eric Adamson, J.J. Silstrop, California natives.
Tevlin. Good passing. Will it end up in a good shot? Gray is in all kinds of trouble right here. Now we get a flag. Will he earn the flag? Couple of hacks. I think we're going to have a slash.
Yeah, and I was just about to compliment Rowlett on that closeout.
Chaos foul, 99. 1 minute slash.
He's a weekly offender, right? He's a frequent flyer.
So he makes the great breakdown, and then he chases it down, and then clearly slashes him right in the face.
That's from La Jolla to San Diego, that swing. It's just...
So it's 5-on-4 because we're 5-on-5. The Rebel Bourbon power play for Cal.
Looks like we're even for the moment. And now
we're going to get a flag because too many players on the field.
He may as well stay. Why is he running off?
You might as well get back in there.
Dennis thought about just letting it rip.
Carolina send out 5.
Now he's coming back out.
But that penalty's released. He waited for it to be released.
6-on-5 right now.
Garnsey shoots. Blaze makes the save. Ball goes high into the stands.
Nice stop. That shot was going to hit that near side high right corner.
Good. So too many men. 15's going to serve. Scotty's going to serve. 15's going to serve. Chaos foul. 30-second technical. Too many men will be served by number 15.
Yeah, normally the referees don't blow the play live until the numbers
are right.
Yeah. So I think
10 saves in the game for Blaze.
I think the challenge there for all players is communication. Okay, what's the situation? And I'm constantly, as a goalie, you're constantly asking the ref, hey, what is this? Is this a 6-on-5? Is it a 5-on-4? What is it? And we got to know what it is, and then we'll communicate amongst ourselves.
So
you're constantly in a nice tone communicating with the officials as a player or as a coach.
It's clock, score, timeout situation.
So where's our Redwood in here?
We saw it in game 1, Sam Hanley. They're down 2. You got to shoot from the outside. He throws it inside. You got to shoot that. You got to know clock, score, timeout situation.
And that's communication. Because in that huddle for the Denver Outlaws, they have to be saying, hey, twos only. Repeat after me, twos only.
Yeah. So Palem and Pinciero Another one of the officials over there on the sideline. Pincey's left to have to describe everything to the coaches. At midfield, there he is, talking to Nat.
Booger.
Yeah. Hey! And Coach Towers there on the left.
So those 2 original fouls, the offsetting fouls, they're over with, correct?
Now they're down 2. They're down 29 for the slash and 30 for the too many men.
So the too many men happened before those simultaneous were released.
They started at 5-on-4.
Gotcha.
5
So
on
we
5
have it
instead
right
of 5
right
on
here.
4. Yes.
6-on-4.
6-on-4.
Got you.
You think Pincey's from Boston? That accent? Now we got it cleared up. 6-on-4.
This Redwoods power play last in the league right now at 25%. So they'll take any extra advantage they can get with a 6-on-4 instead of 6-on-5.
So for 29 seconds, it'll be 6-on-4, and then for another 30 seconds, it'll be 6-on-5. California's got to take advantage here. Pennell up top. Now it's Bertrand up top to Garnsey. You got Berg in the middle. That's where they want it, and they got it. That's his home right there, 14 in green. Wes Berg comes into this game second in the league in shooting percentage, second in goal rate in terms of his number of touches. He's almost automatic, Q.
And this is a high-level no-look feed by Ryder Garnsey. He saw him, he caught it, he looks him off, and he delivers a dart, a strike.
The first time he caught it, it acted like he wanted to throw it in, and then he did it the second time. So the manipulation with his helmet, you can see him staring at that top middle, just trying to get McNulty, 5 in white, to creep up there.
So at this elite level, like, deception exists in a lot of ways. Deception exists in shooters, whether it's an eye fake, a stick fake, a head fake. Deception exists in passing, to create a passing lane, as Garnsey just did. Deception exists defensively in your slide packages, faking a slide and maybe not going.
Show and go.
Show and no go.
This battle continues between Erlen and Rowlett. TD wins another one.
They've still got Merle and Connors out there.
Merle just ran off. Connors is still on. The long pole. Bertrand got under his defender. It's off the top of the pipe. And the ricochet's out here. Where only in the PLL do you have a camera guy on the field during the play. He avoided that ricochet. And the Redwoods will put it back into play. Fresh 32 to shoot.
He's good. He's good. Tell you, the crazy guys, the audio guys who go in between the games and re-put the mics in the goals while shooting target practice is going on.
I mean, that is dedication. Our crew, is anybody better than our crew? Hanging the mics in the goals while the players were shooting in warm-ups. You don't want to be in there when this guy's shooting because he is on fire today. 2 two-point goals. The run-out, Rowlett thinks he won the race but didn't. Oh, well, now Palem's going to make...
Yeah, they're making him run out where the ball went out, but if the ball went out there, then Rowlett was closer.
Just 3 to shoot, so Pennell's going to dump it in the corner.
Rasheed Wallace, ball don't lie.
Yep, eventually it just comes back to where it should be, which in Boyle's belief should be with the chaos. They got to get something going here on the offensive end. I mean, it has been a rough go of it here in almost one half of play in San Diego. Now we get a timeout. And Andy Towers and company want to talk things over. At 2 of 23 shooting. It's no assists on either of those 2 goals, so it has been a rough go of it.
They didn't get Byrne an assist on that knob-block?
Yeah, just the 1 assist. Oh, 1 assist. Okay, yep.
They gave him an assist on that?
Yeah, they did. Shot way off the mark.
Yeah, and like that play didn't even get over to Byrne, which was kind of the design of it.
Still 23 to shoot.
Razor, get through. Get aggressive, get aggressive.
Here's Byrne.
This is the guy that I like to see dodge more.
Down the alley. Slide comes. Turn him. Loses his stick, but he gets it back. Shot clock winding down. Kelly, no problem on that shot from Henningberg.
Don't you feel like Dobson can gain leverage most times he dodges?
As a party starter, yes.
Yeah.
As a party starter. He was one at Notre Dame, left-handed down the alley. As his career developed, he became a pretty darn good passer off the dodge as well. All their defensive acquisitions seem to be great. I can't say the same thing for the midfield position. I just don't understand the way they've structured the midfield talent on this roster.
And now they have Berg 14 coming out of the box with Gray down at attack. Final 18 seconds. That shot, it's the outside of the cage. Good defense by Chaos on that possession.
Potential juice goal here with Geddes.
He's got Ray in the middle. He shoots instead, and Kelly goes down and easily makes the save.
A high bouncer is going to go in the second half against Kelly because he flops. He's been on today. He's played a nice first half. 94 and Green's on fire. But if he's going to go down, you hit him with that bounce shot outside the crease and get it to kick up top.
Well, Kelly's made 8 saves so far in this contest. And his play along with Romar Dennis out of the midfield, the difference. Here in San Diego, it's all coming up sunshine and rainbows for Romar Dennis at the break. Woods lead.
This is game 7 of 10.
You would look at it and say, you need to get this one.
If they can get to 4, that's to me 3 and 4. There's a big difference between 3 wins and 4 wins.
I think 4 is kind of the Mendoza line. If you can get to 4, I think you feel like you're in pretty good shape.
If they're stuck on 3, the Philadelphia Water Dogs or California can catch them, correct?
Yeah. And then there's a goal differential, score differential will be the first tiebreaker. You know, Chaos comes into this game 3rd in the league in shooting percentage. I mean, they're shooting 29% as a team in their 6 games. They just have not been able to put the ball on cage at all, and when they have, Kelly has been the better.
Early possession, second half, really important. You see intent. You should see some structural changes.
Garnsey, too high. Just 3 to shoot. And now they're saying that Carolina won the race, or they're saying it was a pass. Either way, it was going to be Carolina ball anyways. With 3 to shoot, they were just going to dump it in the corner.
Come hold in.
Where do you get offense if you're Carolina? I'd like to see them get to this left side and get Byrne and Jackson in a 2-man game.
Well, here they are behind with Jackson, trying to set a pick for Ross Scott. Knobloch, here's Byrne up top. Minikis, lightning quick, try to get it to Jules, and he would have had a great opportunity there, but it goes off his stick.
I like that idea.
Got it back to Jules, and he can't handle the pass. Now the shot clock is going to wind down. Before it does, he get an over and back. Turnover either way. Purnell's arguing he wanted a quick restart.
Yeah, that's a restart that's going to go to California. And the key there is you want a midfielder to come over and handle that ball on the restart, not a long pole defender who can get mugged and jumped right on the whistle.
That's what you want, but why did the referees blow that dead?
Maybe they thought that Cohen didn't start the ball where it should have been started.
That's what Purnell was pleading with the officials about, but here we go. Ryan Tierney loses his footing. Picks it back up. Good pass. Kerr scores! Nice job by Tierney, and a lot of traffic to pick up that GB and find Cole Kirst.
That is a gritty play by Ryan Tierney, because this play looked like it was spiraling out of control, like it was going to be a turnover. you'll see he'll drop the ball, but we'll look at him scrap and fight for it back, and then he comes up. A ground ball moved on is a good play. So as soon as he scoops it, he looks to the weak side formation. The skip pass and gorgeous shot. Really good patience by the shooter. Kirst eyes up Reardon. He sees what's available.
And for Kirst, just his 3rd goal of the season.
Getting some more PT is.
Excuse me, 2nd goal of the season.
Yeah, he and John Grant and Nat St. Laurent try to find the right combination off the faceoff. Get us the bouncer. There's that bouncer we've been looking for.
I like Kirst's patience. He didn't rush it. He knew he had the step down.
Now Ross Scott shows you his shiftiness. 15 in white, rookie out of Rutgers.
And Chaos just late on the substitution. That missed shot, everyone should have been flying to the box.
Now there's 15 seconds to shoot. On the run, Dobson, no problem for Kelly in the quick outlet, Liaison. Freight train downhill, Gray with a nice catch and the pass behind the back to Pinnell. Now Pinnell will settle it down.
It's nice defense by Rowlett because Gray tossed it behind his back and then cut like a give and go. Pretty crafty pattern, right?
And it was great effort there by Dobson. After his shot got saved, he sprinted back.
Save made by Blaze.
And Bertrand had one more to Garnsey right on the doorstep.
Here's Resch. That was a tough pass handled by Jules.
You think about this defense, Carolina. Should they be pushing transition more from D to O? Because they are so successful. They have a great goalie.
Jackson shot off the outside of the cage.
I think the issue is personnel.
Yeah, defensive midfield personnel, not
especially with McKay out with that suspension.
Nice pass. Hits off the outside of the cage, but Pinnell gets it back.
Geddes, I feel like, is more comfortable catching it and kind of punt return clearing. I mean, the guys that you'd like to see get out and get going is more of like their long poles, like Ray and McNulty.
CJ Costabile, who's not dressed today, but he likes that type of game, right?
Garnsey trying to work on Geddes. Gets underneath him. Can't beat Blaze, though.
It's the 2nd time today he's gotten to the middle of the field and hasn't been able to cash in. Here's the transition we've been looking for.
Geddes will shoot. He scores!
You asked for it, Quint. And Geddes has got the afterburners. He's like Roadrunner. Once he gets it, meet me, he's gone.
I think it's going to be got to be a layer for the Chaos squad because their defense is so strong. Geddes, maybe the fastest straight line speed player in the league. Blistering shot past Kelly. Hope for the Chaos. This town, though, with the military influence in this town, like, many Navy lacrosse players have been stationed here in San Diego. There's always been a really healthy lacrosse scene that's been imported, and a lot of it on the backs of former Navy lacrosse players
That's
in
a
this,
good point,
this area.
Coronado, just sort of the across the harbor from downtown San Diego.
Every type of ship. They got subs.
Everything.
They got subs. They got destroyers. They got aircraft carriers.
And when you're on the USS Midway, that's a museum, but you can look across the harbor, and there are active aircraft carriers sailing by you. It's a sight to behold. Another shot clock violation as Redwoods couldn't get anything going offensively.
You know, I always love to read into the body language on those late shot clocks. Normally they let guys roll it or throw it high. Pinnell, that was a potential, like, what were we doing that possession?
I hope there's not a fan. Hope there's not a fan sitting. Goal line extended.
Like, just not enough urgency there. Like, you got the short clock. It's not like new. Like, you got to go right away.
Here's Maea. He puts his shoulder into the defender. Now back to his right, but nowhere to go.
Got the switch for
you
Byrne.
got the switch to
Give it up.
Byrne.
Throw it to Byrne. He's got the shorty.
Wow.
Watch out. Watch out. Conrad! That lights the touch paper here at Torero Stadium.
Bad offense, bad decision making, poor execution, and defensive transition. If you make a turnover in the middle of the field, you're going to create transition for their team. So here's just a poor decision, great pickoff by Connors, and he's off to the races.
I mean, these fans, you call them the Bears, you can call them the Trees. They're all in green, and they're on their feet because they love the transition offense. They love the fact that California is leading 8-4 in this game, in their first home game as a pro franchise. The fans are having fun. The bench is fired up.
Yeah, the bench, they've waited this long to have their home game. They've played in all these other stadiums where everyone else is getting their home game. They've waited almost all season long to get here to San Diego. This crowd has to be giving them a lot of juice. They're up 8-4. TD wins the draw. Kaylee, what's going on?
I just talked to Jared. Big smiles. You heard the crowd. I asked him, did you know where you were going one-on-one? Blaze Reardon. He said, I have no idea. I blacked out. I really don't remember the play.
I love that.
And yet guys can tell you about the littlest nuances of other plays, right?
Garnsey trying to pick up the loose change. Can't do it.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Behind the play.
Yeah. Now Garnsey is unhappy here.
Rowlett and Garnsey.
Like Newman too. Newman jumped into the fray. Meanwhile, we've got Geddes in a little bit of trouble on the other end.
Pinata.
He loses it. Now he's frustrated. Now we get some hacks over here from Byrne, who loses his stick.
On the
yeah,
edge.
it is right on the razor's edge.
On the edge. It's when a rock fight turns into a fist fight.
On both ends, some frustration playing out. I think the officials did a good job of keeping the flags in the pockets, letting them play a little bit, but obviously keeping a close eye on it. Kirst puts his shoulder into the defender, nothing doing. The tight pass inside, and Ryder Garnsey buries it and lets the chaos know about it. That might get him going. He's a juice kind of guy. When he gets a juice goal for his team, he builds on it. 50 in green.
You see the chaos huddling up in their autopsy report, figuring out what's gone wrong here. One thing, Ryder Garnsey is so fearless. Like, he is not afraid to operate in the dirty, dangerous areas of the lacrosse field. Giving away a half a foot, 50 pounds to some of these defenders. Gets that ball out of his stick so efficiently. It's like he's got eyes, that sense where he knows where the goal is without actually seeing it.
Yeah, he scores that with his right hand. And Kirst was staring in the middle, right on the crease. Newman sensed an opportunity maybe where he needed to support there, and then Garnsey wisely drifted away. That created the separation.
Garnsey the only player in the league from New Hampshire, native?
That's
maybe Zach Tucci.
Yeah,
also.
there's not many. Kaylee, what's going on?
It looks like it's a good opportunity down the middle.
Nice. You were right. And it's Merle. And it's everybody getting involved.
I love it. 3 straight. 3 straight. The Redwoods are bad, man. They're bad.
They've found some life in transition and off the face-off. This is a 50-50 ground ball here. And Merle, there's nobody from Chaos on the defensive end. So poor space management there. You see Ray trying to nail that trail check. And Merle, just like Connors, probably blacks out as he goes to shoot this.
Bowen, 24 in white, does a good job, he thinks, faking the slide. You see him jump and then jump back. Merle too smart, he pumps it. I mean, that's what it's all about right there. The first PLL game in San Diego, and these home fans.
Largest lead of the season in any game for the Redwoods. 6 points.
They got 3 goals on fast breaks today.
Now we get a whistle procedure call. Goes against the Woods.
Now they
reversed it.
They got Bowen leaving the arc too early.
Yeah.
Nobody had gained possession there. You still got the short clock. They're acting like we've got a full 52. You got to get into your action here.
There's Berg. Canadian from British Columbia. Skip to Gray. He's got to make something happen. Back to his left. Tough angle. Shoots high. 6 to shoot.
Redwoods will start substituting off early. They're content just to kill this shot clock.
Dump it in the corner. The unfortunate deal, we talk about it all the time, is how a player like Rob Pennell, when he dumps it in the corner, that's a turnover for him. I mean, he's done that about a dozen times today. Sometimes in frustrating fashion. Not really concerned with personal stats, though. Wants to get a big dub today, and they're on their way. What can Chaos do to change their fortunes? Knobloch back to his left. He shoots and scores. Well, that'll help.
Knobloch and Dobson, when they've got a short stick up top, they got to be ultra aggressive, looking for their own shot. Because one of them is probably going to draw the pull.
He restores order here. Watch the rollback. Plant, spin. He's got a nice assortment of different moves. Earlier we saw the left to right. He's got a right to left. This time, and when he can get a step on that initial dodge, it sets up the rollback. So his ability to pass, we haven't seen it yet at this level. His ability to penetrate and shoot on the run is clear. I mean, he is a primetime midi who probably needs to be pulled.
And again, uses a little bounce there to add a layer of deception on Kelly.
Generally, his best shots I've seen are sidearm and to the goalie's hips or lower.
Andy Towers drafting Knobloch in last year's draft. He wanted him all along, too. Our conversations with him leading up to that draft. He had guys like Shane Knobloch, Ross Scott in his sights. He got his guys.
Knobloch, a Jersey product. You watch his college career at Rutgers, got better and better every time you saw him.
Playing in that NASCAR offense that Brian Breck likes to operate there. Look at that passing inside, but Kurse couldn't handle it. Coming up on the final minute of play here in the third quarter. Byrne, the extra pass. Jules scores! Paid the price for it, as well as Jules Henningberg is still down. And Byrne has a word.
He's shaking up. He's shaking up. This is a high hit.
And now Bertrand jumps in, and he and Josh Byrne are jawing with each other just outside the crease. Cohen was involved. I think the call is going to go against Cohen as he retrieves his lumber. We're going to have an offside call, but they're going to wave that one off. Now let's get the call on what happened in front of the goal mouth.
Yeah, we're going to have to see this again.
They might take another look at this, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
For being high and late.
That's Matty Palem asking for silence.
Yeah,
Good goal, correct?
So he can make the call.
Goal should stand. I think the question is, he's got to take a look at the video to see what kind of penalty this
We have a good goal,
could
two
be.
fouls on the play. Offsides on the Redwoods, which was erased. We have an illegal body check on number 40 that is under further review.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at this hit from Cohen.
I'm going to go long.
Two-man game.
Penalty go away? He never touched him.
Offside.
Watch the penalty, please.
What do you think I'm going to do?
I don't think they'll add to that, Ryan. I think this is in the course of play. Well, maybe there's a left elbow.
Forearm, that
The
forearm to the
left
head.
elbow's off his stick, and so that's incriminating for the defender. The offensive player is clearly changing levels, okay? But to hit a man with your forearm that's not attached to your stick,
and in the head,
they could definitely add time here because the intent to use your elbow there. He could have said no and dove over him.
or tried to get low to match, but he goes diving.
So to me, at the minimum, they'll give him a 1 minute non-releasable.
Probably looking at a 2 here.
Yeah, and I wouldn't argue an upgrade. Cohen seems to be a frequent offender this summer.
After review, 1 minute, unnecessary roughness on 40 green.
Keeping that a minute. And they didn't say non-releasable either. Is that an automatic non-releasable with the unnecessary roughness?
No.
Right. So it's
I'm a little surprised.
It's not as devastating as it could have been.
I'm a little surprised this didn't escalate.
Seth, what was the thinking on that call in terms of the decision to keep it with a 1 minute?
Yeah, after looking at it, in several different angles, and I think you guys are talking about it. It was a lacrosse play. Towards the end, Jules kind of just starts to fade down, and was there enough time for Arden, who did leave his feet, to readjust the bang-bang play? At one point in time, the discussion was, do we pull it back totally? Because of what, the physical play that we have here in the PLL. But ultimately, with the elbow to the back of the head and Arden leaving his feet, we have, we kept it at 1 minute, or Matty kept it at 1 minute.
All right, great. Thanks a lot, Seth. Appreciate it. Seth Tierney, making sure we were all on the same page. Head of competition here at the PLL.
Gets you excited for college football, Cotter. Launching, targeting.
Oh, I know. You got to go through all that. Make sure we're all on the same page as we have college football season starting in just a matter of a month now, just a month out. Rebel Bourbon power play just coming to an end for Carolina. Will they get one final opportunity as the Woods were able to kill some of that penalty off? Carolina's hit their last 3 shots after going 1 for 25 previously. What a turn this game has taken. Will they get another one? Kelly makes the save, though, to end this power play opportunity.
Jack stayed tall. That's a nice stop.
Yeah, you can hear his teammates letting him know how much they appreciate that stop at the end of that power play. Yes.
Yeah, his tendency has been to dip and to drop low today. That time he held true, trusted what his eyes were seeing, and he stands tall. Redwoods 1 quarter away from securing a home victory that would send San Diego into a night of partying.
Now you saw the physical nature of this game with Garnsey getting dumped. He had 19 goals through 5 games last year. He had 4 goals this year coming in through 5 games. It has been a tough start of the year for him, but he's got a goal and an assist so far today. And his Redwoods 1 quarter away from getting a huge home win here on their homecoming weekend in San Diego.
Great effort there by Erlin. Lost the face-off, but trailed Rowlett to come up with that trail check.
He's played super hard.
Oh, he's 11-1 in his last 12 face-offs.
His mobility, his exits, and then his ability to chase down his opponent's exits, to me, stand out.
Bad turnover. Look out here. Geddes, a lot of speed. Beautiful trail check, though, on the play. Prevented anything from happening as Ryan Tierney makes another of those plays you don't see in the scorebook, in the stat sheet, but it's a huge play.
But Redwoods were substituting off. If he just threw it early to Ross Scott, there was a 2-on-1 between him and Henningberg. You didn't need to run that in as a typical 4-on-3 fast break. Just advance the ball there.
Also, where's the communication that you're about to get trail checked?
He scored earlier, so he's feeling no pain, right? He thinks he's the fastest guy in the league, so there's no way Ryan Tierney can run him down.
Right, which he probably is the fastest guy in the league. Bertrand. Garnsey. Couldn't get it to Bertrand. Now a stick goes flying. It's Garnsey's.
That's a
Now we're going to get a flag.
Oh, they didn't like the yard sale there.
That's on the far side of the field. Palin threw it. Shot high. Blaze makes the save, but now a rebound. He's going to have to go chasing after it, and he does. Now we'll get the call.
Is this going to be Newman, or is this going to be something on the far side, an interference call?
Then he's got to do a better job with that.
Chaos foul number 88, 30-second technical interference.
Yep, it was on Newman.
Yeah, it was on Newman. So the stick's on the ground. It's a yard sale, and then he just compounds it. He throws it into the seaside air here. Yeah. Watch. Good defense, great double team. Ball's on the ground, everything's fair. You roll this forward and we can't see him, but he scoops up Garnsey's stick and throws it into the crowd.
Let's see if we see it. Right there it is. Flicks it about 15 feet up into the air. Rebel Bourbon power play for California. 30 seconds. Roll for Gray. Behind the back pass to Pinnell. Couldn't handle it. Tracks it down, though.
Chaos trying to cover the 3-3 with a 5-man rotation.
Berg. Back to Garnsey. Shoots. The bouncer. Save made by Blaze.
Right as the penalty was released, those can be funky situations to have to defend. You got numbers here out of the sub game.
Jackson thought better of it.
You had sneaks on either side.
Just keep the ball moving there.
You had sneaks at the pipes.
Well, if all else fails, just put it in the stick of number 27 and let him do his thing.
This is special, right? This is special. There's certain guys in the league, like Tommy Schreiber. You think about middies like Mike Chanenchuk at his prime. Like, this is almost unguardable, where you have to send the double team.
It's the second straight time he's dodged a short stick. No slide happens, and he just buries it. And it looks, frankly, pretty casual.
Yeah, it's not like he dusts his man. He gets a step. He frees up his hands. He gets some leverage. He's running out of angle every step, and so he gets it out of his stick quickly before he continues down towards the goal line extended.
And his shooting motion is so smooth. And
it's low to high against Kelly, who's a little bit of a dipper. But yes, that wrist motion. He's from Morristown, New Jersey. Nicknamed Tubby as a kid with Shane Knobloch.
Yeah, not great.
He was a big baby.
It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
High volume shooter, even as a freshman. Like, I remember seeing him, like, who's this guy? Next year got better, showed a left hand. Next year got better, more. He's just continued to layer his game. All-star level in my eyes, probably next year.
Well, Pinnell got the door shut in front of him, looking for help. Cursed. 20 to shoot still for the Woods. Tried to skip it. Dennis shoots too high.
All the spacing, though. Everybody's right next to each other on that dodge on the backside.
Hey, that's moving. Hey, delay game.
Yeah, we had a moving pick.
That is a delay of
that.
Chaos wanted that as he dumped it in the corner after the delay, after the the moving pick whistle was blown. Didn't get it.
Dobson and Knobloch. Who's got the short? Let them go.
Ross Scott takes a shot.
Next. Who's the next? Ted, you behind. Retreat. Get through.
Jules. Now he's got the shorty on him. Will he look to attack the cage? Skips it all the way up top, and Dobson can't find it. Ross Scott checking it down.
Yeah, they're going to get a loose ball push there on Miezon.
I love the fact that the hometown crowd here is booing that call. Dobson. Oh, yeah, that's a really tough angle. Can't get it on cage.
Another reset.
Hit off his knee as he went down.
That pass was deflected, though. Picked up by the Woods. Here comes Fake.
We're good. Match up. We're good. Hey, we're good.
Gets it to Pinnell behind the cage.
Hey, you're good. Hey, we're good.
Fake appears faster now as a pro than he did as a
I
college
agree
player.
with you.
I don't
He's
know
been
if
on the run a lot.
I don't know if he's changed his body. Maybe the emphasis in the pro game is more to get up and down the field. Definitely more fluid. Probably drinking too much of that olive oil in New Haven.
Oh, that pizza too, my goodness. Get your fill of that every week. Yeah, he's made a lot of runs today. Pinnell. Shot clock still at 15, so plenty of time. Great. Tried to make that extra pass. Sloppily, though, toward the crease. Garnsey looking to battle for that ground ball. Got 4 to shoot, though. He's going to have to let it fly. Just chucks it in the corner.
Yeah, and to get a shot clock violation on a possession where you have Dobson and Maia trapped on defense, you got to be better in your execution.
Now Knobloch.
On a shorty.
He's shown us just about everything today.
You got to be selfish here.
Late sub, though, by his teammates.
Now the help comes.
I mean, don't even have 6 on. They finally do now.
Minikis. Back to Byrne. Now he's on a shorty. Backs off, can't get the shot through. Sticks with it. Beautiful ground ball. Jared Connors.
Fans love it. They respect it. That's a nuanced crowd here. That's an experienced lacrosse crowd who understand the importance and the beauty of that play by Jared Connors.
Ray goes around the pick. Dennis already has 2 two-pointers on the day. Pass is deflected. This could be a breakout for Chaos. Instead, it ends up in Bertrand's stick.
And they're going to give him the full reset there. They're going to say Resch got possession.
That's big with 4.5 to go, isn't it?
Yes.
52 seconds can come off the clock for the Redwoods here. Obviously, it's too early to sit on it, but they're going to want to work for a good shot, and Pinnell knows it.
Efficiency now, manage clock and score, defend the 2 if you're the Redwoods. Maintain field balance, nothing easy.
Curse tried to roll and lost it.
Okay, get back in the hole now if you're the guy in green.
This is a big possession for Chaos offensively.
Yeah, they know it too. That's why Towers wanted to call a timeout to talk it over. Chaos trailed by 3 in the waning moments. Got to get a goal here. They'll talk it over.
The biggest challenges they've had is covering Shane Knobloch off the dodge.
And that's right. I think you get him in a 2-man game and try to get him on a short stick.
Here you go, right here.
Good job by Connors getting through that.
Now here's Byrne on Miazon. Quick pass inside, and a score by Jackson.
Good offense. Love it. They had a plan. They executed. They get the switch. Knobloch, shorty on Byrne. Byrne then draws the quick slide. And Ryan, you just see the way that opens it up for the guys off the ball.
Keep it simple. You know who your guys are. Here you get Byrne. The whole defense is just totally overreacting of that threat. The overreaction, you come off of Jackson inside, you aren't prepared behind the play with the second slide. And Byrne continues his strong season from a feeding perspective. He's always been known as an incredible finisher that could feed, but he's really turned into the main distributor here for Chaos.
2 assists on the last 3 goals by Carolina. They've quietly gone on a 4-0 run now, but a huge face-off win by TD. He's been such a big part of their team this whole year and stopping runs when they need to have it.
You're good, Jared.
See the win probability, 84% right now for the guys in green, the Redwoods.
Winning face-offs is going to be a huge part of that here.
That can change
in the
quickly.
Final 3 minutes.
That can change quickly with the deuce.
Yes. That time, sort of the abbreviated question mark from Pinnell. Not on target. 2 seconds.
You'll see some improbable things happen over the PLL summer, like Denver's win, the comeback win. What do you think their win probability was before Brennan O'Neill went off in Charlotte?
Definitely below 10%, below 5%.
Right.
Top left. We've got box.
Still thinking ones at this stage if you're Carolina. If a two's there, though, you'll take it.
Dobson just crashes into the defender. Here to Jules. Knobloch.
Go set a pick for him here.
Ross Scott, the extra one pass, deflected.
Man. One more was there for a Dobson, too.
Once again, Chris Fake running it out.
Gonna go slow, Redwoods.
You know, now you'll bleed the rest of this 35 and change, and that'll pretty much put Chaos in a situation where they have to score a 2. But you still want to go in the low 20s here to try to stretch it to 3 beyond a 1-possession margin.
Gray can't handle the pass. Over and back.
And if you're Newman, go. Go, Newman. I would trail the play here. You got to get a 2 now. And calling timeout, this is so hard to draw up a 2. If Newman, on that over and back, I would have quick whistled it and just had Newman trail that.
As the fastest outside shooter in the league, not a bad idea, right?
And if you're Redwoods, you're basically just saying no 2s, no 2s, no 2s.
Carolina's 1 for 6 from beyond the arc.
Oh, that was too easy.
Yeah,
that was too easy.
Like,
that was too easy.
Take the 2.
Knobloch instead.
Ooh, man, we've seen him win a game on a similar move.
That one went way out into the crowd beyond the end line. Chaos got to go quickly here. Got to go quickly. Burn. Under a minute. Deeks like he's going to take that shot.
Give me some interference in front of the goalie's eyes
You need
here.
a 2 here.
Burn gets wrapped up. He's inside the line. Bouncer high.
Too many guys standing around watching one Dodger.
We've only got 10 to shoot as well. Jules shoots.
Oh.
Kelly moves down and makes the save.
Why would you slide from a guy behind the 2-point arc?
They step down and give Jules a good look without a rotation behind it. Get the reset.
Got the reset, but got to get something quickly because the game clock is winding down. Knobloch shoots. Kelly goes down and makes the save again.
Again, you got to get out there. No 2s.
Kelly bails his defense out. It's a good stop, a good rebound control, and that low take from Knobloch. If you're Knobloch, you probably want that one back and maybe bounce it a bit out in front of the crease to get it to hop for you. He's played a strong second half, Shane Knobloch, but Kelly's standing tall. 10-man ride, kind of.
Tevlin's just running backwards. I think he just chucked this thing into the other stratosphere, and that's what he does. Horn sounds to end it. Big win for Nat St. Laurent and the California Redwoods. Welcome home.
Coach, it was tight, 10-8, a lot of back and forth, fast pace to start this game, but a lot of season left. That's a huge win for your team. How do you feel about it?
I'm fired up for our guys. That was a big time win, and we got to clean some things up and get better in those situations, but every game we got to get better. We got to get past this quick because tomorrow we got another one, but I love the grit and the toughness that our guys showed tonight, played hard, and I'm proud of them. That was an important win, and we got it.
Romar Dennis had two bombs in the first half, but it felt like things broke up for you guys when Connors had that fast break against Blaze Reardon.
Yeah, we scored a couple big juice goals with Jared and Chris Merrill off the face-off. I thought that was outstanding, and you get a game like this in a rivalry, a divisional game, and our backs are against the wall. You got to have those plays, and our guys did it today.
Congratulations on the home win, Coach.
Awesome, thank you.
It's a great day when the Redwoods get to sign for all these local little saplings who've come out to watch them play.
That didn't just come off the top of your head.
It did.
Really? Oh, congratulations. Week 7 of the PLL regular season. It continues tomorrow with another pair of games. Philly takes on New York at 3 Eastern on ABC. You do not want to miss that one. Then we got Maryland and California, 5:30 Eastern on ESPN+. For Ryan Boyle, Quint Kessenich, Kaylee Chelios, and our entire crew, I'm Chris Cotter. Thanks for watching the PLL on ESPN. So long from San Diego.